and welcome to Season 4 of the Tanso Racing Group GT3 League, sponsored by Clarkson James. Round 1, we're at Monza this week, a fantastic track, and we've got the qualifying results up on screen. Peter Duke takes first place in 1 minute 48, closely followed by Simon Cheshire, just over a tenth behind. Andy White in third. Top three, the pros, and Ashley Brooks in the AMS sneaks in there amongst the pros in fourth. Dear old Bazza is in fifth, with Tim Reed in sixth. Mark Vero second in the AMS. Scott Kostrick in eighth. Brett Thake in ninth. Peter Woodmore in 10th. Jordan Hadfield in 11th. Oliver Subsinski in 12th, Eric Celestin in 13th, Sean Clark in 14th, Dave Clark, no relation, in 15th, Barry Evans in 16th, Stuart Briley in 17th, and Brian Hunter didn't set a time. So they're just finishing off their practice warm-up now. And we'll be getting ready for the start. It is a rolling start, so we shall go over and catch them as they come round Parabolica. So here we go as we come over the start finish. And Peter Duke takes us as the green flag goes. Simon Cheshire closely behind, followed by Andy White and Ashley Brooks. As we come into Prima Variante for the first time, usually a lot of trouble here. But the leaders are cleanly through, as is everyone else by the looks of it. All cleanly through there. We come up for the second chicane. Really clean race so far. Peter Duke taking it out front. Simon Cheshire trying to hunt him down, trying to stay on his tail. And we've still got a clean race going on, which is really, really good to see for an opener of the season. After Lesmo 2, down the back straight for the first time. We come up to Ascari. Simon Cheshire's right on the tail of Peter Duke here. Ashley Brooks now up into third. Really good for the AM driver there. Peter Duke's weaving a bit as we come round for the Parabolica for the first time in a race. Simon Cheshire still hunting him down. It's still really close there. And they're weaving a bit. We come down. Variante. Still cleanly through. This is quite unbelievable, really, for the first race of the season. Right, we've got some close battles at the back here. Jordan Hadfield and Brett Fake fighting away here. Jordan in the 17 car, closely followed by Brett, giving him a run for his money. He's come down into the second Variante there. Jordan kicks up a little bit of dust, but manages to hold on to 10th place. Still going strong at the back of the field here. We have Dave Clark under pressure now from Sean Clark. So they come down into Parabolica. All behaving themselves nicely. Tight racing as well, which is really cool to see. Further up the front of the field. And look at Andy White, who's under pressure from Bazza. Closely followed by Tim Reed. Nice little train. And Scott Kostrick just sitting just behind, waiting for a mistake. This is all rather clean racing. It's really good to see. Nice and close. Loads of little battles going on throughout the field. Try and skip through as much as we can. Peter Duke out front now. Pulled out 3-4 tenths ahead of Simon Cheshire. Although as we come through the chicane there, gains a little bit back. Still very tight on the back of Peter is Simon. Ashley Brooks a couple of seconds behind now. So the 1 and 2 have pulled away nicely. And then there's a battle for third going on with Ashley Brooks in the AMS, leading it from Andy White, Bazza and Tim Reed. Ashley's first season in the Tanso GT3 League, sponsored by Clarks and James. And he is really showing his skills. Going really well. But has Andy White got underneath him there almost? Could be battle on. As we come down the start finish. Is Andy going to get him going into the chicane? Yep. Andy's taking him just before the chicane. Will it be a clean one through? Yep, Andy's cleanly through into third. Now he's going to try and move on now, catch the leading pair. Although Ashley was quite fast, I think Andy now has got the clean air. We'll try and pull away from him. Well, Ashley's doing what he can to stay with him, I must say. And another tight battle going on with Brett and Eric. Tim Reed just went off the track at the back there. Maybe just a slight wheel over the line. But here we have Brett on the back of Oliver. Trying to pull him in for 11th and 12th as they come down into Ascari. Cleanly through there. Whoa! Brett tries to take a dive there on Eric. You can see him tucked in behind that yellow car. With Jordan just up front in the pink car. Nice old golf livery on Brett's car there. Trying to hunt him down. Is he going to get him? Very close now as we come into Prima Varianti. No, they line by line with Brett, Eric. And Eric behind, Brett on Oliver. Right. What else is going on through here? Andy White and Ashley still stuck together. Andy hasn't managed to pull away much. Chasing down the leaders, he's still not closed the gap, and Ashley's still hanging on in there, which is really good going. We've got a little battle going on at the back here. And 14th and 15th. Dave putting Sean under pressure here. As we come down into Ascari. Is Dave going to go for it? Only a little bit behind. Can't quite get on a tail, but he is closing him down. As we come now round into Parabolica. Dave's getting closer and closer. Chasing him down. It looks to the inside. It's not happening though. Dave himself is under pressure from Brian Hunter right behind. Brian in the pro class. Getting in the mix here. I'm flying down the start-finish straight. Dave goes for the inside. Is he brave enough? Can he take it on the brakes? He does. And he passes Sean cleanly. Going through Prima Varianti. Nice pass, and Brian Hunter just nearly loses it at the back now. Sean's got some work to do to make that up. We go back up to the front of the field. And Peter Duke just extending that gap between him and Simon. Half a second now. With Andy White and Ashley Brooks 2.5 seconds back from them. Peter making it look easy as he stretches his legs. In the first race of the season. And I've got to say, I'm very impressed with Ashley Brooks here. For an AM driver, he's really putting the work in. Whoa! And off track there by Ashley. Commentator's curse. That means Baz is right on the back of him as we go round into Parabolica. Not close enough to close him down. Baz is under pressure himself from Tim Reed as they come down the start-finish straight, all three of them, line astern. Nose to tail as we come into Prima Varianti. Looks like Tim's getting itchy in the back of the row of three there. Baz is trying to push and push and push. Ashley's having none of it though. Meanwhile, Dave and Sean are fighting again as they come through. First corner, whoop! Brian Hunter dips a wheel in the gravel. Dave Clark's starting to pull away now. He's got half a second. Now Peter Duke is a full second ahead of Simon Cheshire up front. We watch this battle here. Actually, Brian's really close on the back of Sean Clark here. Really happening though. As Sean hunts down Dave. And Bazza and Tim Reed are having a close little battle of their own. They come down the start-finish straight. So Ashley Brooks has got a Bazza sandwich here. Tim Reed really trying to push through, but it's not happening. As it's ever closer, putting Ashley under pressure. Tim's doing likewise to Baz. I think Baz lost a little bit there. And back to the battle with Dave Clark. Yep, he's just gone down the inside of Sean there. Has he held it? No, he's not managed to hold it. And Brian's on his tail as well. Really close battle going on here. Literally less than a second between these three. As they come down into Ascari on lap 8. Just got 30 minutes to go now of this race. And Dave is really putting Sean under pressure. And he's taking him. He's got him. And Brian Hunter's going through as well. As Sean's dropping through the field. Possible technical issue there. It looks like he's stopped. We lost him. And Dave's off. Alright, looks like Sean is actually out to the pit, so not quite sure what happened there. Possible technical issue. Carry on with the race and we'll go back to see how Tim Reed is getting on. Battling down. That's Ashley Brooks, the AM driver at the front, has now pulled away, and we've got Tim Reed now chasing Bazza down. Really close as we come down into Ascari. We sit on board with Tim as he goes to make a move on Bazza. No, it backs out. We come down Parabolica. Tim's trying to close him down, He's in the tow, but we hit the braking point and he decides to safely stay behind. Oh, knocked his wipers on there. Around the corner. It's all fairly tight. Now, up front, let's go have a look. Simon Cheshire seems to be cutting back on Peter Duke and making some ground up. Peter done his tyres a bit. Pushing. I mean, they've still got a 2.5 second gap back to Andy White, who is now actually pulled away from Ashley Brooks by some margin. So we could have another fight going on here if Andy White in the clean air is able to make some ground up on Peter Duke and Simon Cheshire as they fight going through Ascari. No ground being made up yet, but he's certainly trying. Another fight going on here with Mark Vero. Trying to chase down Scott Kostrick for 7th place. And battling here. As Mark goes wide outside. Trying to cut in, is he? On Scott. As they come down to the first chicane. No, nothing happening there. Meanwhile, I think we've just lost Barry Evans going into the pit lane. And Oliver, oh, has lost it there. Unfortunately, lost it going into the first chicane there, Oliver. Did he? So, what's Bazza up to here? He's back on the tail of Ashley Brooks. A seasoned pro driver is Bazza. Been on iRacing many, many years. And he's chasing down this cheeky AM driver who I'm sure will get promoted up into pros the next season. The way he's racing today. Like off at the back there for Jordan Hadfield. Good to see Barry Evans is back out, so temporary issue there. Took him into the pits. Oh, sweet. Ashley Brooks going to the pits. Now, what's the cause of that, do we think? Could be fuel. Could be fuel. A little bit early for fuel, but he might be just getting out of the fight, maybe. Not sure. So, up front, we've got Peter taking it away. Simon Cheshire chasing him down. Stuart Brelli is also in the pits. So some of these now choosing to fuel. Of course, be serving penalties, but that would be strange at this point. And Ashley's back out of the pits and on his way. Simon Cheshire now chasing down Peter Duke. Really close on him here. They set on board once again. Simon Cheshire. Go around in the parabolica. Holding it in tight there, letting it drift out wide as you put it on the power. Coming down into the start finish, and Peter goes in. Peter's in for fuel. Simon Cheshire stays out. In fact, there's quite a few now diving into the pits for fuel. Simon's got the track to himself now. Oh. Yeah, they're all diving in the pits now. Simon's really going for it, trying to extend out as much as possible, get a faster lap in as he can. Well, he's got the clean air quad, really took that corner aggressively. We'll stay on board as we come down into Ascari. Braking just at the end of the Armco here. And then we'll get down into third. Over the first curbs. Watch out, unsettles the car here. Drifts as far right as you dare. Up into fourth. We'll come around to Parabolica. I wonder whether Simon will go in now. Seem to be slowing down a little. Simon going to dive in the pits. Nope, Simon stays out. He's decided to stay out. We've got Andy White 2.5 seconds behind Tim Reed. Now Mark Vero is in 4th. With Peter Woodmore, Brett Thake, Mark Vero temporarily in 4th, goes into the pits, as does Peter Woodmore. Brett Thake follows him in. We're all diving in the pits now with just over 20 minutes to go. I'm in Cheshire coming around there. I think we just caught a glimpse of Dave Clark, so it looks like Simon's going to catch Dave there, potentially. Right, I think the time board's sorting themselves out as they all come out of the pits now, and Ashley Brooks is in 7th ahead of Mark Vero. Baz has managed to get ahead after the pit stops, with Peter Duke in 5th, Brian Hunter in 4th, Tim Reed 3rd, Andy White 2nd, and Simon Cheshire, who we're on board with now, is chasing down the back marker, Dave Clark. Andy White trying to close in on Simon. That's a good 2.5 seconds between them. The field's a bit spread out now. The only real battle we've got going on is Brett Fake trying to chase down Jordan Hedfield. They're all... Andy White's gone into the pits now. That's Tim Reed. All right. So there's still some more pit stops to come. Going to shuffle them around. And Brian Hunter goes into the pit, so that's going to put Simon Cheshire in 1st. Peter Duke's going to take 2nd. Is he going to get out? Get across? Yep. Before Peter Duke comes out. So Simon Cheshire, I still don't think has pitted. Look. Yeah, we've got no... so Simon Cheshire hasn't been into the pits yet, so expect him to come into the pits really soon. See where that puts him. He's tucked up behind some back markers there. Goes to the inside. Is it going to be the pits this time? Yes, and Simon goes in the pits. So let's have a look at this. We'll keep the pit times up there. We'll jump on to Peter Duke. And Simon's in the pit lane, and see where Peter and Andy are in relation to Simon as he comes out. I'm going up there for the pits. 19.3. Oh, and he's on the pit exit. Wow, that was a super fast, because he ran later with the fuel. It saved him 3 seconds in the pits. I think that means he's going to get out in front of Simon, in front of Peter, and he has. That's put him out in front of Peter Duke. Fantastic pit strategy there by Simon Cheshire. Absolutely awesome. 3 seconds saved and 3 seconds in the lead. Wow, that's worth looking at. Worth considering. if you do an endurance race where you got to refuel, these strategies can certainly give you a leg up, and it did there for Simon. Peter's left out in the wind a bit to fight with Andy over second, really, unless Simon makes a mistake now. He is well away with it as Ashley Brooks takes place away from Tim Reed. Him trying to fight him down again. Tim made a slight mistake. Back there. Big old gaps after the pit stops now. Come down to the final 15 minutes almost. Oliver's trying to hunt down Brian Hunter for the last of the pro positions at the back here. But there's a good second between them. They'll close up under braking, but nothing much doing there. And Jordan Hadfield will go back to. There's under pressure from Brett. There's a little fake to the inside. Brett's the pro driver. I don't know what their lap times are looking like between them. Have a quick look. Pretty similar, to be honest. Brett's last lap was a 1:49.4, and Jordan was 1:49.3. So not a lot in it there. In fact, apart from a couple there, there's not a lot in it lap time wise between the whole field, which is really good. Puts it right in perspective. Really good league. Ashley Brooks, Tim Reed getting closer here. Yeah, Tim is really trying to get past Ashley. He's right on him. You can see Tim in Ashley's rear camera there. Trying to hunt you down, mate. He's coming. He's coming. And as we come out to Parabolica, Tim's going to go for the inside. Oh, it doesn't make it, unfortunately. No, doesn't manage to hold it. Ashley Brooks stays out in front by 2/10, but now we have Tim coming down. We'll go on board with Tim as we go into the first chicane. Oh, really good on the brakes there. Stuck with him all the way through the chicane. Didn't lose any time whatsoever. Absolutely fantastic bit of driving. They got clear air of 2 seconds behind them and 4 seconds ahead. So this is the battle on track at the moment, guys, between an AM driver and pro driver, both new to the league this season. GT3, really good to see. Ashley goes slightly wide there. They both hit the chicane. Oh, and Tim has to do a bit of a correction, come around the corner. Come down to Ascari. Gonna stay with him. For Ascari. And it looks like Tim was a bit later on the brakes. Really takes that curb aggressively. So easy to lose it on that sausage curb there. They come down into Parabolica again. Is Tim gonna be... No, Tim's backed off a little bit, to be honest. Actually looked like he lost it a bit, but yeah. Come down into the chicane again. Is Tim going to be able to take it this time? And just behind we see Scott Kostrick on Mark Vero. I'll leave Tim a minute and have a look at the battle between Scott and Mark there. Scott's lost a bit of traction on that one now, I think. Quite pulling it through. And further up front, it looks like Tim's fallen off of the back of Ashley now as we come into the final 10 minutes. Brett has got Jordan under pressure here again. Gap is concertinaing between these two. Yeah, over 10th and 11th place. Jordan dives to the inside. Get the line through into Ascari. Does that rather nicely. Brett trying to chase him down and getting it ever closer here. I think I can see a move coming. Brett dives to the inside. No, decides to hold on. Probably waiting to get him down that start-finish straight, would have thought. Although he drops off of him a bit there. Now, see how those two get on. But we've got another battle as Tim Reed now is making a move on Ashley Brooks. As we go through the chicane, it doesn't quite do it. And all the while, actually, Mark Vero is closing the gap on Tim and Ashley by the looks of it. Under 10 minutes to go now. Desperate couple of battles here. As the times move between 0.2 and half a second, really, between Ashley Brooks and Tim Reed, and the fight behind them between Mark Vera and Scott Kostrick. You see the little red markers showing slight off tracks there. They're really, really pushing. Tim is right on the tail now. Here we go. On board the Porsche with Tim. Is he going to try and take him on the inside of Parabolica? He is. And it's a successful pass for now. Can he hold it? Can even hear Ashley Brooks holding on the outside. It's not finished yet. As you come down side by side, there's a slight touch there between the two. As they're fighting, coming up to the chicane, this is gonna be close. Who's better on the brakes? Oh, they're both pretty good. But will Tim get a slowdown for that? Did he cut the curb just too much? I think he might. No, he's still trying to hold on in there. He's still trying to do it. So Tim got a slight edge on Ashley, but Ashley held him, fought back. What a great fight, even though they're in different classes. It's great entertainment. And now Mark Vero and Scott Kostrick are right on the back of them, making it a four-way battle. This is exactly what the race needed, just to spice it up a little bit. With less than 7 minutes to go. Looking really good now. So what we're watching here is the battle for fifth with Ashley Brooks, the new AM driver, holding off the pro Tim Reed, Mark Vero, another AM driver in the mix with Scott Kostrick, pro driver, sitting behind. And no more than a second and a half between the lot of them. Tim Reed is really, really putting the pressure on Ashley Brooks now. Fantastic stuff. We come round into Parabolica yet again. Oh, looked like Mark Vero went a bit wide there. Down the start finish. Tim's not as close as he has been. Don't think much is going to happen coming into the chicane unless he's really late on the brakes. But I think that would just be dangerous, so it's not going to happen. No. He's really, really staying with him. We come into the second chicane. There's no more than 2/10 in it. But cleanly through there. No problems. Really nice lines. It's been a fantastic race, guys. Very little incidents that we've seen. A couple of bits of door banging. Really clean racing. Brilliant. If you want to come and join us, you're still welcome to join the league. It's only in, this is the first race of the season. Find us at tansoracing.co.uk. Come on over, find the link to join the Discord, sign up for the league. It's free. And in a bargain, I might do 1 or 2 more broadcasts throughout the season. Thank you for joining Shawnee Sim on the broadcast. As we watch Ashley Brooks, this season's new AM driver, lead Tim Reed, Mark Vero and Scott Kostrick yet again into Parabolica with just under 5 minutes to go. There we go, Ashley. How close. Come through, still 3/10. Mark Vero's dropped off a little bit. Now from Tim Reed. I think he's got his own little battle behind him, trying to concentrate on keeping Scott Kostrick at bay. But at this rate anyway, he's going to get second place. Here's Mark in his first race with this league. And we good going. And then we've got Jordan Hadfield, who's 10th overall, but in 3rd. Looking good. Right, Tim Reed's really trying to get past, trying to close Ashley down here. Hopefully we'll keep it clean coming through Ascari now. Now he's got a run on him. Tim's got a run on him. He's got the inside line through Ascari. It's always going to be... Oh! Unfortunate there. Well, unfortunate for Tim. Goes off into the barrier. Mark, I think Ashley pulled over a bit there. Let Mark Vero through. Don't know whether he's got a bit of damage from that incident. Doesn't look like anything on the car. Tim has now fallen back. He's now 4 seconds behind. First incident of the race. It was close, really close fighting. Just very unfortunate there with 3 minutes to go coming through Ascari. That's always tight there, always tight. And yeah, if you're going to go through it through Ascari, it's always going to be a bit of a dice roll who comes out. You know, it's very difficult to give room, stability. Tim was overtaking a AM driver. I'm sure it will get looked at afterwards and a discussion will be had. But you know, in the incident, it just looked like it was close and a slight touch, nothing more than that. But we'll leave it up to better people than us to assess that. Do hope Tim hasn't got too much damage on there, because that would be unfortunate. Doesn't look anything too major. He's still got his wing on the back. Gonna make his car a little bit slower, and he's now well off it. Right, we better get back up front, because coming across the line is Simon Cheshire. He's nearly 4 seconds ahead of Peter Duke. We come in to what should be final lap of the race. Very clean driving out front. Some battles going early on here between Peter and Simon. Andy was in the mix as well, but with that excellent pit stop by Simon, saving him 3 seconds, which is now turned into 4.2 seconds. So we've got Simon Cheshire, Peter Duke as we come through Ascari, Andy White, followed by Bazza. Come down into Parabolica. Three, line there. Come over the start finish. What should be a checkered flag, and the checkered flag's out. Simon Cheshire takes it, getting flashed there from Peter Duke in second, then Andy White in third. Pretty good race by Andy there as well. A little bit behind them we've got our season pro Bazza. Well done to him. Mark Vero brings it home as first of the AMs, and a really good race as Ashley takes it off. Scott Kostrick, Peter Woodmore, 8th overall. Jordan Hadfield comes over the line ahead of Brett Fake. And then poor old Tim Reed. That's unfortunate there in 11th place. Brian Hunter started at the back of the field, comes through in 12th. Coming over now is Oliver. Well done, Oliver. First race with us this season. 13th. Thank you. Stuart Briley. GT3 League season. The Tanso Racing League veteran. Coming across the line. Miss Clark, Barry Evans. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that race. And so here are the race results, guys. First up are the pro results, with Simon Cheshire taking the win, 4 seconds ahead of Peter Duke. Andy White in third, then Bazza in fourth, Scott Kostrick in fifth, Peter Woodmore in sixth, Brett Thake in seventh. Tim Reed, after that coming together with Ashley Brooks, ended up in 8th. Brian Hunter in 9th. And Oliver was in 10th. For the AM class, we have Mark Vero took the win. Brilliant there. Followed by Ashley Brooks, who had a fantastic race throughout. Really did well. Good qualifying. But ended up second in the end. Jordan Hatfield, good race by him in third. Stuart Riley in fourth. Barry Evans in fifth. Dave Clark in sixth. And Eric Celestin in seventh. Sean Clark unfortunately didn't finish due to technical issues. Well, I hope you enjoyed that fantastic race at Monza. Really was a good season opener. Next week, we will be at Le Mans. Come and join us. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.